Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Psyche of Sound, and this is Words from the Psyche. Today's topic is teamwork. Does teamwork really make the dream work? And also building a team, and how important is it to have a team? Oh yes, and the shirt that I am rocking here says Elmar. This is my nephew's clothing line. He's rocking it out. Check him out definitely. Elmar is the name, and look out for that. We're going to use a cool little play on Wizard of Oz for this one. I like to, for years I've been kind of using this whole concept, but it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. I mean, you're on this road and this path to a destination, and you kind of meet people along the way. So, like, not to make you Dorothy or not, you can be Derek or whoever you want to be. Be you, be whatever your artist name is. In the process of doing that, you're also trying to find out, get to where you belong. I know that we can argue that Dorothy always knew where she wanted to be because she was trying to get back home. But she was trying to get to a place, and other people were trying to get to where they were going to, and together they accomplished that goal. So the team really benefited them, but whether it was with friendships or they all had a need. Your team will need to be compensated at some point. The Scarecrow was doing it because he wanted to get a brain, and the Tin Man wanted to get his heart, even though they already had it, and blah blah blah. But it was just a cool concept, a cool movie, cool historical classical movie. Let's not even call it a cool movie. It's a legendary, cool, classical, iconic film, and book before that, of course. But that being said, while you're starting your journey, nothing is necessary to be a success in this. We're talking about the entertainment business. Like, you can just, flip a coin and it could happen to you, but it will definitely make the journey go a little easier. Think about you're putting up flyers, but also 10 other people are doing the same, or you're promoting and 10 other people are doing the same. It helps out a lot. And if these people have a specific skill, going back to the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, he had this a way of doing his thing, as well as the Lion had his way of doing things well. Like, the Lion didn't seem to have the courage, so he didn't think, but he was probably the most courageous. And the Tin Man had the most heart, and the Scarecrow was the smartest, or whatever. You will need to find people that will fill the slots that you necessarily can't fill, but it would be helpful to you to fill. Like, I do graphic design, I do everything. It's really ridiculous, but video editing, graphics, and my music and the production. But it's really great when you have people that can help you with those things. I've never actually mixed songs. I could do a rough mix, but I always send it over to James Mano, to mix my stuff. Pop the Man used to mix a lot of my stuff. It's just, I love that people that they focus on that, they have that expertise. Like, for guitars, I can play a little guitar, I play a lot of guitar, but it's great when I have people like Tommy Kessler or Jason Olsen that can come in and lay it down. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it just needs to be tweaked a certain kind of way, and the team of those people can help, whether it be dance and choreography with Dancette, or iDance Company. It's always for at least my picture, has always had people around that were able to help with the bigger picture. And whether they did it for fun, or they were compensated, or whatever it was, we got it done, and everyone was in joy the whole time. So that being said, on your journey, it's great when you can compensate those. Like I said, the Scarecrow was going along with this because he thought in the end he was going to get his brain. Like, it's okay for some people to take this journey and have other dreams. I think that sometimes we tend to think that they're supposed to be just for you. Like, people have other goals, and other things. Like, for example, if a kid just graduated from audio engineering school, and you snatched him up young, and he's working on your music and mixing your music. To think that he's just supposed to work for you until he's 80 is kind of ridiculous. Maybe he has dreams to start his own studio or work with his own artist and things like that. I've always been grateful for the people around me that that have helped me, and I've encouraged, or at least tried to encourage them to do everything that they dream. And it makes me feel really good sometimes when somebody does branch out and you see them on the big stage. You're just like, wow, that's my homie, or that's my friend, or and I'm more proud to say, hey, I used to play with him. Like it's a really cool thing for me to see people grow and excel. So I just think it's very important to build your team, and always kind of evaluate the people, because people are sometimes quick to just throw things together, and it may not even be a right match, and you kind of now have a team member that's really negative or pulling your whole project down. You could have all these puzzle pieces ready to go, and one person just kind of like slowing that roll, and you have to be executive enough or professional enough to say, listen, this is not going to work. I haven't always done that over time. Been a little nice, but I mean, it definitely helps when you have you have the professionalism and to do that. Because I always tell people, like, we can be friends, always be friends. We can always be friends, but it doesn't mean you have to be a part of what I'm doing. Like, a lot of my best friends are not in band or and when it's your brand and it's your product, remember, this is your face. These other people can walk and do whatever they want outside of what you're doing, but when it comes to me, like, I'm always Psyche of Sound. So you can play with 20 bands later, and a new face for you, but somebody comes to my I'm promoting a show now, and maybe 8 years ago you were rocking with me and you did some nonsense. And, they're still, I seen 8 years ago, I saw them cats, they were, this blah, 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 the drum sucked or the guitar sucked or whatever, and it's like, you have to evaluate yourself and know what your worth is, and know how you want to be represented. So it's a lot, but it's not a lot. Sometimes people think you have to be connected with these people that are connected with who's connected, like you're playing, like those little monkeys, little chains. But I think it's great if you find somebody that really believes in you. I don't mean somebody that's just you paying and they don't, I mean, they really believe in you, even if you're paying them. It would help if they believed in you. But at the same time, some of the best artists, some of the artists like Usher and Chris Brown, and I'm sure many others, their moms were managers. Look at Michael Jackson, his mom and dad. I mean, the dad was a manager for a long time. I mean, sometimes family is the best, because they love you, they unconditionally, they're rocking with you, and sometimes it could be the worst too. But it's just I'm just trying to go with the good stuff. But I mean, like, if it's a friend that is just really passionate about helping you, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or just a good friend that just wants to help or loves your music and he wants to get in the music business, I think that's wonderful, because they got your back. They got your back 100%. I know LeBron James. I know it's not music related, but he used his best friend to help him in his career. Got a lot of flack for it early on, but look where he's at now. And then it comes down to who's going to believe in you as much as, well, no one's going to believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. But who's going to come close to that and support you in what you do on your road to Oz. There you go. And finding yourself at the same time. I mean, you're going to constantly grow. Who's going to grow with you? Who's willing to grow with you? Who's willing to let you be you and be creative and help you with ideas, whether it be stage concepts or finding a manager or just helping you find choreographers or mailing lists, email lists. Today, social media is a huge thing. Who's going to jump on social media and start promoting on your behalf? I mean, there's so many things that can be done that seem like they're nothing, but they're so big. Social media is huge for that. You can get people behind you. And if you're young enough to be in high school or a college, university, God bless you, because you have all your resources there. It's unfortunately a numbers game. And if you can get, I mean, just think if you can get everyone in your school to like check you out, that's already, tons of views. And if you're an athlete or if you're somebody else that has a little bit more a pulling range from different angles, I mean, you can use that to your advantage as well, because if you're a star athlete, and obviously other people from other schools are going to be looking at you, so you can use your talent, other talents, to pull it into the music. But it's basically, I'm going to do a whole conversation on using your resources eventually, but that's probably more to that end. But building your team is very important. I would recommend it highly. At the very least, it doesn't have to be a huge team. It don't have to be a team of 20 to 8 or 9. It can be 2 or 3 people at first, and you can kind of build from that. But and it could just be your band members, your bandmates, whatever that may be. But make it yours, own it. And it doesn't always have to work out in the end, but you'll find the people, I think, early on. Usually people show their colors early, but or when the money comes. Either way, you'll see the colors come, and then you'll handpick the chameleons that you want to keep into your bunch, if that makes any sense. Psyche of Sound, building a team, Yellow Brick Road to Success. Maybe I'll write a book. Who knows? Anyway, this has been Words from the Psyche, and thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Psyche of Sound, psycheofsound.com, or you can go to anything. The code word is Psyche of Sound online. Also, stay tuned and watch Ep8 TV, Ep8 TV Network, for more on independent artists and music related things. Thank you. God bless.